District to district, moving through the waters to Cayman Bracken, Little Cayman. Your station, your voice. All things Cayman, one radio, many people. This is home.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
And now,
The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning, Cayman, and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, and it is a pleasure to be in studio enjoying the cool, nice northwester breezes. It's that time of the year, and time of the year to keep on track. I wonder how many of you have maintained your New Year's resolutions. It's a northeaster. I was corrected, little birdie in my ear. But let's talk about New Year's resolutions and putting the spotlight on eating clean meal prep services. I am pleased to be joined in studio to put focus on eating clean meal prep services. Brand new business opened around September, soft launch, so to speak, and it has just ballooned. But I am pleased to have in studio as my guest this morning, Ms. Chris Bradshaw, founder of Eating Clean, and to tell us more.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me on this morning. Well, Eating Clean is basically to help people to stay on track with healthy eating. With someone who was almost 300 pounds when I decided I needed to do something in 2016. Sorry about that. I totally forgot to turn off my phone. In 2016, when I decided I needed to do something because being almost 300 pounds, having a lot of health issues, I started meal prepping. I started out with juicing, actually, and then got into meal prepping and realized that meal prepping helped me to get stay on track in regards to eating. Because once you go out and you're not, you don't have the meals, you come home, you're tired from work, you don't have the meals, you eat whatever.
Right.
You know. So then I started it for myself. Then I ended up with a WhatsApp group with quite a few people, start sharing tips of how I lost the weight and, was doing the food as a hobby, like for people and the juices until people said, hey, we'll pay for it.
Right.
So in July, when somebody said that, I decided to launch Eating Clean, basically to say, listen, instead of being upside down and topsy-turvy with your meals, let me help you out.
And here we are today being featured on the Business Buzz. You started off pretty much where marketing is concerned, just on Facebook.
Yes. Basically, that's all I've done up Facebook and Instagram up until today.
Wow. Good for you. Now, share some details as to the type of meals that you offer.
Okay, so we mainly stick to poultry, which is chicken and turkey. We do seafood and vegetarian dishes. We stick to jasmine rice, brown rice, quinoa. Some people have asked for couscous, but we haven't been doing that yet. We do a lot of vegetables. So our whole menu is very green-based, natural-based. We don't use powdered seasoning. We tend to stick to just salt, sea salt, pink Himalayan salt. We do a lot of fresh herbs like cilantro, parsley, saffron, onions, natural stuff. And even with burgers, some people want to eat burgers, but they think, can't eat a burger.
Yeah.
There's healthy ways to eat a burger.
I was just looking through your Facebook page and I saw some scrumptious-looking meatballs.
Yes, those meatballs are actually vegetarian meatballs made from mushrooms and made from scratch. So all of our food is made from scratch. We don't do none of our the meatballs. Those are not frozen meatballs. They're made from scratch on the day that you order them. And a lot of our sauces are made in-house as well. We use vegan butter versus natural butter, regular butter. Even with like mayonnaise and stuff like that, we actually make the mayonnaise in-house.
Excellent.
And it's, instead of it being regular mayonnaise made from eggs, it's actually veganese made from soy milk.
Oh.
So a lot of our stuff is made from scratch on the day.
Now let's talk about ordering. Persons commuting into work and are just listening or just lounging back, trying to wait for traffic to roll off, and they're hearing about this. How does ordering work?
Okay.
Weekly, daily, monthly? How does it work?
It works weekly, and you could be delivered daily. So how it works is that your meal, you can order, the minimum you can order is 3 meals per week. And you can have them all delivered together, or you can have them delivered on the days that you want. When you place your order, in the comment section, you can tell us how you want your meals delivered. Usually how it works is that we encourage people, you can go onto the website and just order, but we do encourage people to register and do the detailed registration. Okay. What that does is that you're able to tell us if you have allergies, your likes and dislikes, and we try to stick to we try to build a database on you, a profile on you, so that we know what this, if once you're regular, we could say, okay, this person have ordered before, let's take a look at their profile to see if there's any likes and dislikes or allergies, and try to stay away from whatever. Or if they ordered something and their profile tells us, okay,
something else.
Yeah, then we'll contact them and say, hey, you ordered this, but you know, you're allergic to peanut oil and peanut oil is being used to do this. You know, stuff like that. So you can order weekly. So you can order for the entire month as well. And we have a special too that if you order for the month and you order a certain amount of meals, it's more cost effective.
Right.
And if you, let's just say that you wanted 15 meals for the week and you wanted them all together, we would vacuum seal your meals. So we would say, because when you vacuum seal the meals, it keeps in the freshness, and when you warm it up, it tastes as if it was just cooked that day.
Correct.
So, and we label them for you. We try to encourage you, tell us what it is that you want to eat today. We put those in plates. The rest of it, we suction seal it and send it off to you.
Now, let's talk about delivery.
Delivery.
You talk, now you explained about whether it can be delivered all at one time, but how have persons embraced, how have you been able to maintain with your clientele building the delivery of meals when you're already trying to be compliant, eating cleaner, and you making sure as the demand builds that persons' meals are delivered in a timely fashion?
Great question. We've had to recalibrate daily. So basically what we've done is, let's just say when we first started out, we were doing an average of 20 meals per day.
Right.
And so we have delivery time period that is listed on our website. As the delivery time period, as the meals that are required grows, as the demand grows, then we haven't been smart in recalibrating right away. What we end up doing is late deliveries and then going, oops, we need to start cooking a little bit earlier. So basically what's been happening, we've been learning as we go along, that the more meals,
which is quite normal in a growing business, and especially one that's still in the teething phases, because as it grows, and your timing is impeccable for New Year's resolutions and just overall all year round. Now people are becoming more conscious with what they're consuming, and I feel that you will do great in this business. Your timing, I gotta repeat, is impeccable. Because we have seen persons taking what they put in their bodies more seriously.
Yes.
So congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
Now, how does the wheels keep turning? Because I'm quite sure it's not just you.
Yes, I have a team. When it just started, it was just me. It was just me with 2 other people.
Right.
So as things progress, I have not had a choice but to add to the team. Because eating clean is not the only thing that I do. So, and of course, you know, it evolved from a hobby. So as it evolved, I didn't have a choice but to, which was quite surprising for me. I didn't expect such quick growth because we started September last year. So we're in our 4th, going into October, the 18th of this month was our 4th month. You know, so was not expecting that. So was thinking, hey, you know, yay. But
so how can persons get in contact with you to either see definitely more choices, a menu, or just ask general questions?
Okay, they can send an email to info@eatingclean, and clean is spelled with a K, .com, or they can give us a call at 328-8655. Or visit our website, www.eatingclean.com.
What is the process like for signing up?
Well, you go to our website, and it's just a matter of registering, logging back in after you've done your basic registration, and filling out the detailed registration form. So the process is easy. And the great thing about Eating Clean, not because it's all about me, but our menu changes. So you don't have to be thinking, oh my God, I've ate there already, so I've tried everything. You won't be able to try everything.
Right.
Because the menu changes the second of every month.
And I think you can customize as well based on
Yes.
clients' requests.
Yes. There's a section that says build your plan. And it means that whatever diet you're on, whatever it is you're trying to achieve with your meals, we can work with you. We have clients that we work with their nutritionist just to gear the meals according to what they need. We have clients that send us over emails in regards to, these are my do's and don'ts. This is what I want. So, fix my meals according to this.
Hey, it's a no-brainer now when you say, oh, I want to change my eating habits, but if I only have the time. Now that's no longer an excuse. Right. Give Eating Clean Meal Prep Services a call at 328-8655 or visit their website. Info at www.eatingclean.com. The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by GreenTurtle.ky and Cayman Medical Supplies. We'll take our first break for the morning. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about sticking to eating right and the importance of exercising, because it's one thing for eating clean, but sometimes it's a good idea to get off the couch, even if it's to simply go and do some gardening or run around the house shooing the chickens, maybe. I don't know.
Chickens.
You eat those. We'll be back after these few messages right here with Radio Cayman's Business Buzz.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas. Ethel Rose Kensington Cook Bodden, Certificate of Honor, 1990 to 1993. Ethel Kensington was born in Devon, England. She moved to Grand Cayman in 1945 with her second husband, Eric Cook Bodden, and her two sons, Ralph Kensington Loft and Eden Cook Bodden. After the passing of her husband in 1955, she owned and single-handedly operated the Yankee Notion Shop, the English Shop, and Caymanian duty-free shop at Owen Roberts Airport, as well as many other investments. She is recognized as Cayman's first businesswoman and strongly supported the development of tourism and aviation here. Soon after settling in Cayman, she became involved with the development of the Georgetown Hospital. She often provided food, supplies, and linens for the sick and organized Easter and Christmas gifts for the patients. She founded the Grand Cayman British Red Cross and was its main supporter for many years. She was a volunteer at the Georgetown Library. She organized and sponsored the first Miss Cayman Islands beauty pageant and was very active in the struggle for women suffrage.
Radio Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
When you need stability, think Business of the Year.
Considering a new career opportunity, think Best Place to Work.
When dependability matters, think Outstanding Workforce.
In need of a reliable financial partner, think Bank of the Year.
When you seek excellence, think Cayman National.
No matter how many accomplishments we achieve, we always set the bar higher. That's why we are the most awarded bank in Cayman, and we are proud to be your
2018 Bank of the Year.
Oh, Oh, gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with K-Man Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. K-Man Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by K-Man Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz and keeping the spotlight and focus on eating clean meal prep services. I'm pleased to be joined by Ms. Chris Bradshaw, founder of Eating Clean, which was established in September of 2007, September 17, 2018. It started out as a passion for clean eating because of issues being overweight, having headaches, sleep apnea, just to name a few. And, diets in the past failed for Ms. Bradshaw. So she decided to do something about eliminating various foods from her diet, including her entire family, and everything being prepared from scratch, and got into a habit that is now morphed into a business, helping people to eat clean and definitely giving you delicious selections. No-brainer, because she does it all for you. So we want to encourage you to go on to Facebook and look for Eating Clean. That's Klean, and follow her on Facebook today. For more information, you can also visit the website. That's www.eatingclean.com, or give her a jingle after the show. That's 328-8655. Now, Ms. Bradshaw, again, it's a pleasure to have you in studio, and speaking of such an important thing. You mean you're making this for yourself, your testimony in your own being, and here you are just assisting others who may need the help. But one thing is to always think about is person saying it's easier for me to pull up at a fast food joint, 2 for $5, whatever, or just some deals, just grabbing something and going instead of investing in your health, is what I refer to it as. So when you look at purchasing your meals, be it weekly or monthly, what is an average meal cost? If a minimum is, let's say, 3, what would that set me back 3 days a week?
$30.
Average.
Now,
you factor in how much times you pull up to a gas station and get those wings and fries and that pizza with that soda, or you go and you get your Sunday dinner pretty much 5 days a week, and I'm talking oxtail, rice and beans, gravy, a little bit of it. I'm going there. And you add that up. And when you look at the benefits of eating better, clean eating, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is. It is a no-brainer if you're there. In our community, we have evolved from eating natural because our ancestors, our grandparents, growing up, they didn't use a lot of powder. They used what they had. Mm-hmm. And that was like onion, scallion, thyme.
Black pepper, salt.
We've evolved to, our taste buds have evolved to, we need seasoning salt. We need nature seasoning. We need a lot of that. And if our food don't taste like that, then we're saying it's bland, it's not good. It don't taste good. But what is it doing to your body, right? We've evolved to loving food being fried. Mm-hmm. Right? The browning. Yeah. If it don't look a specific way, it not cook. Right. So we've evolved to that. Now I think with trying to educate our community in regards to how better it is for us, mm-hmm. less is better. Right? Simple is better. And I think that is what Eating Clean is all about. Is introducing the community to understand less is better, right? So, yeah.
Let's get a little into sticking to eating right. How difficult is it when starting a routine, in your opinion, in eating clean and sticking to it?
Well, to start out with,
mm-hmm.
In all honesty, it's difficult. When you have not taken the time out to educate yourself in regards to how to do it. If you just get up and say, okay, I want to eat cleaner, I'm going to stick to a lot of vegetables and meat, you're going to find yourself being hungry.
Yeah.
Because it's new to you. So one of the things that I try to encourage people to do is don't go cold turkey, because if you go cold turkey, you won't be able to stick to it. So you do stuff like, if you used to do 2 cups of rice, do 1.
Yeah.
And if you didn't used to do vegetables, add the vegetables. Add the vegetables that are more filling, like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. Some people say, oh, I can't afford it. And I'll say to somebody, do 1 week of eating 2 cups of cabbage every day along with 1 cup of rice, and you will see a big difference. Yeah, huge. Right? And cabbage can be affordable, and there's different ways.
And it goes a long way.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do with cabbage. Cabbage is actually a big thing on our website.
Wraps.
Yeah,
you can steam it. You can do so much
There's
with it.
so much you can do with it and make it cost effective so that it's for those who are saying, broccoli is expensive, cauliflower is expensive. You don't need to stick to that, right?
But now it's convenient as well. If you want to help yourself out at home, let's say, because we were talking about this off air, I can only afford 3 meals, the minimum a week. What do I do with the other days of the week? There are always you can get the nice that it properly portioned. You got your famous cauliflower rice that is so flexible. Be it you make it yourself, or you purchase it, and those steamed cauliflower rice comes approximately 2 cups per serving.
Yes,
they
do.
So it is a no-brainer. Stop making excuses, is what I say to myself every day.
Yeah,
and just get on the good wagon. Yeah. What would you say to those persons who say, they talking about that, the type of work that I do, I need at least 2 flour dumplings and some stewed chicken every day? What would you say to that person?
You're making an excuse.
I can't live without those boiled dumplings.
You're making an excuse. And the thing is, you can't live without it. What happens in 5 years? What happens to you in 5 years? That's another thing, is that within our community, we don't do something unless the doctor tells us something really dramatic.
Then it's damage control.
Then
why should it have to go there?
No, it shouldn't have to. If we could just get into the habit of eating, and if you don't have the time, Eating Clean is here to help you. And if they take a look at our website, they'll see that it is affordable. Our website is affordable. And if it's not affordable according to your income, I'm willing for people to send me an email. And I do that for some of the clients where I send them tips in regards to how to do it on your own. Good. And if you're willing to do it on a Saturday, and I've even done stuff where I've gone to families' homes and I've cooked with the head of the family who does the kitchen, and I'll cook with them for a week. I'll go to the supermarket with them on Saturday. I actually will make the menu for them. I send them the menu. They approve the menu with their families. And then I meet them at the supermarket and I grocery shop with them on Saturday. And I'll go home with them on Saturday and cook the meal for the entire week. I bring our machine out to vacuum seal it, and have them do it for the week. And it's a service that we offer. It's not promoted on our website, but I end up offering that service because of people asking, what if I just need some help?
Right.
So I've done that, and it's a 4-week program, and we do it every Saturday for 4 weeks until you're able to build it on your own. And the menus that I build, you keep them. So if you want to rotate them, you can.
You have that flexibility. Now, how often do you update your menu?
Well, when we just started, we were doing it every 2 weeks, and then it was a bit much. Then we were doing it every 3 weeks, and that was a bit much. So then now we have, we do it the 2nd of every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
How have persons embraced the service that you provided?
Oh, they have really embraced it. I think, no offense, but I would like more natives to be involved, more natives to embrace it. A lot of our, I don't think I have enough natives that is embracing it. And some of them, when you talk to them, they tell you it's affordability. And that was the reason why I started doing the tips by email for a few. But, like we were saying off air, maybe it is something that I will think about doing on the website.
Right, like vlogs.
Yeah, like people could go to the website and see. I have done a few on on Instagram where I sent out the recipe that I use to make the veganaise. There's this famous Chinese sauce called the Yum Yum sauce, which is kind of sweet that they like. And I sent out the recipe of how to do that and do it a healthier way. So I have done that on Instagram. But I think, with what we were just talking about off air, that I think I might just add that to the website where people are able to go.
You're welcome.
And find. Well, thank you. Where people can go and get the tips on there.
Now, what advice would you offer to our listeners about the value of eating right and enjoying a healthier lifestyle?
Oh, wow. There's so much. I don't even know where to start, right? But I can use myself as an example. Before, I do Camana Bay 3 times a week, the tower. I walk it up and down with my husband in between 10 to 15 times, 3 times a week. And I do CrossFit. Before, I couldn't do that. And just because I have really bad asthma. So before, and I have a heart murmur and a blocked valve.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things I could not do until I started to pay attention to my health and eating better. And I didn't have to do it with pills and medication. I did it with food. I use food as my medicine. They wanted to put me on blood thinners, and I refused to take blood thinners. I said, I'm not going to do that, because when they talked to me about blood thinners, then they told me about 4 other medication that needed to go with it.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what? I'm going to let food be my medicine. So for me personally, I can testify to the fact that eating healthy makes a big difference in your life, and it improves so much different things.
We're not going there.
No,
That's another show, girl.
Yeah.
That's a woman talk show.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Now, moving forward, where do you see your business going? Do you see yourself having a storefront, bricks and mortar at the end of the day, or a pickup location?
Well,
because right now you only deliver.
Right now we only deliver, but honestly, within the last couple of weeks, I have been thinking about maybe doing it since last year. It has evolved so much, and some people keep saying, can I pick it up? I think it's now to the point, I'm thinking that it's now to the point that we are looking a location where people can pick up. Not necessarily sit and eat or anything like that, but be able to come
grab and
go, where they place their order, and when they come, everything is just ready. They just grab their bags and go.
Good for you. Now, what advice would you give to someone who is hearing us, overall, be it as a budding entrepreneur or someone just needing that nudge to go forward? What inspired you to go, besides your own challenges that you were facing, and now you're seeing it evolve into what can be a very lucrative business? All entrepreneurs start out that way as a passion, and that's why you're good at what you're doing. But what advice would you give for that budding, aspiring entrepreneur in moving forward with their dream?
Make sure that it makes sense. That's number one. Be confident in yourself in doing it. Make sure you do the right research, because it might make sense to you when you're talking to yourself, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it makes sense. So with making it make sense, find that right person or that group or that team to talk to that has a little bit more experience than you do, and put it on paper and make it make sense. I didn't do that. I should have done that. And I did it while I was in it. I think if I did it before I went into it, I wouldn't have launched. Because the idea came to my head in July. In September, I was launched.
There you go.
Right?
Mad dash.
Mad
Good
dash.
For you, Ms.
So
Racco.
So it needed more time. So I would advise to make sure that it makes sense. Don't be afraid to know when to make the changes as well once you've started.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to make the changes. Be honest with yourself in what's not working and make the changes. But don't be afraid of your dreams.
Ms. Bradshaw, thank you so much for allowing us to put the spotlight on clean eating, and we want to wish you all success with your new venture. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more of the Business Buzz after the 8 o'clock news, sports, and weather update, when we'll put the focus on Art Nest Creative Studio. Over to you, Susan.
Thank you, Sabrina. And studio time now by Price Right is 8 o'clock.
Price Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Price Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Price Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
Access to information. Your community. News and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The ministry responsible responds to an Auditor General's report that revealed the Owen Roberts International Airport redevelopment and expansion project will cost almost 20% more than planned. Radio Cayman's April Cummings has more.
The Honorable Moses Kirkconnell, the minister responsible for tourism, said he is pleased that the Auditor General's report notes project governance has improved, and the governance arrangements and roles and responsibilities are in line with the new Major Projects Office governance framework. Minister Kirkconnell reiterated the project's significance to the Cayman Islands economy, and the ministry statement said the Oriad Redevelopment and Expansion Project is the first major capital initiative in the Cayman Islands to be completed in compliance with the Framework for Fiscal Responsibility, which became enshrined in Cayman Islands law in 2012 and significantly raises the bar on what were already stringent goals for overseeing government expenditure with respect to accountability and value for money. Chief Officer Strand Botten explained that $5 million of the cost overruns were requested by the Cayman Islands Airport Authority Board to further enhance safety, efficiency, and comfort for users. And along with upgrading hurricane-rated glass, included the installation of new generators to ensure full emergency power to the building earlier than originally planned, additional parking, and landscaping, to name a few. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
In other news, the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service welcomes 23 new local recruits, the first recruit class of 2019. The 8 women and 15 men range in age from 18 to 40 and were sworn in on Monday in a ceremony led by members of the RCIPS Senior Command Team. 14 members of the class are Caymanian. The RCIPS Financial Crime Unit has received reports of an attempted scam being conducted via WhatsApp, where people are getting messages from purported Premier the Honorable Alden McLaughlin. The account claims to be negotiating an investment deal with the IMF and asked the victim to send the RMB equivalent of US $45,000 to a Chinese lobbyist firm. The RCIPS FCU is reminding the public not to communicate with anyone they suspect may be a scammer and to be wary of any solicitations for financial details or donations made via WhatsApp or any social media. If you've gotten one of these messages, you're asked to email rcips.fcu@gov.ky. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, who will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Chris Barrow. The Zimbabwean president, Emmerson Mnangagwa, has called for a national dialogue after cutting short a foreign tour to deal with unrest sparked by a big rise in fuel prices. He condemned violence by the security forces as a betrayal, promising misconduct would be investigated. The opposition MDC leader, Nelson Chamisa, demanded an end to what he called the terror that had been unleashed across Zimbabwe. A court in Moscow has denied a bail application by a former US Marine arrested on suspicion of spying. Paul Whelan was detained by Russian security agents at the end of December for allegedly receiving state secrets. Mr. Whelan insists he's innocent. A search is underway in the English Channel for a missing plane carrying the Argentine footballer Emiliano Sala. Sala signed for the English Premier League side Cardiff City on Saturday for a club record of $19 million. The leaders of Germany and France have signed a treaty aimed at bolstering cooperation between their countries. Critics of the new agreement say a renewed Franco-German alliance risks alienating EU member states in Eastern Europe. Two of Japan's biggest convenience store chains say they'll stop selling pornographic magazines before tourists arrive for this year's Rugby World Cup and the 2020 Olympic Games. 7-Eleven and its rival Lawson will phase out sales of adult sex magazines before the summer. Afghan officials say at least 65 security personnel are now known to have died in Monday's Taliban attack on an intelligence base in Vardak province. More than 40 others were wounded in the assault on the National Security Directorate south of the capital, Kabul. And the Indian cricket team captain Virat Kohli has become the first player to win all three top awards of the International Cricket Council. The sports world governing body said Kohli had been named Cricketer of the Year, as well as being voted Test and One-Day International Player of the Year for his incredible performances. BBC News.
Access information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
At KFC, we believe you don't have to share a last name to be a family. Whether it's an office party, holiday fete, or family gathering, enjoy KFC's fresh, hand-breaded finger-lickin' good chicken. The KFC Festive Feast includes 10 pieces of original recipe or spicy chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, tasty coleslaw, and warm biscuits. KFC's holiday catering menu includes buckets of hot wings, sweet chili wings, or chicken tenders. KFC, it's finger-lickin' good.
Did you know that recycling collection containers are located island-wide in Grand Cayman? The Department of Environmental Health program is an integral part of DEH's waste management responsibility in the Cayman Islands. Start your recycling program at home today. Put your cardboard items in appropriate DEH recycling containers at all Foster's supermarkets, Kirk Market, or Hurley's Grand Harbor. Help keep Cayman clean. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. For more information about recycling, go to www.deh.gov.ky.
In financial news, world markets retreated today after the International Monetary Fund trimmed its global outlook for 2019 and 2020. The downgrade came after China said its economy grew at the slowest pace in nearly 30 years in the last quarter of 2018. Keeping score, Germany's DAX gave up 0.2% at 11,112, and France's CAC 40 was down 0.3% at 4,853. Britain's FTSE 100 was 0.3% lower at 6,953. Wall Street, reopening after Martin Luther King Jr. Day, was set for early losses. Futures for the broad S&P 500 index declined 0.6% to 2,656. Dow futures dropped 0.6% to 24,545. Looking at Asia's day, Japan's Nikkei 225 index shed half a percentage point to 20,622, and the Kospi in South Korea sank 0.3% to 2,117. Hong Kong's Hang Seng lost 0.7% to 27,005. The Shanghai Composite Index fell 1.2% to 2,579. In energy, U.S. crude lost 73 cents to $53.31 per barrel in electronic trading on the New York Mercantile Exchange. The contract added 3.3% to $54.04 per barrel in New York. Brent crude, used to price international oils, dropped 92 cents to $61.82 per barrel. It closed at $62.74 per barrel in London. And in currencies, the dollar eased to 109.44 yen from 109.65 late Monday. The euro slipped to 1.1363 from 1.1366. The British pound strengthened to 1.2902 from 1.2893.
From happy beginnings to happy ever after,
BritK protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
Health insurance with far-reaching benefits.
95% of claims settled in 5 days.
Low-cost life insurance.
And investments.
Security in retirement.
With a custodian pension plan.
For happy beginnings and a happy ever after,
visit BritK.ky or call 949-8699.
BritK, where people come first.
At Flow, we know that 4 are better than 1. Introducing Flow Quad Play. Packed with the fastest, most reliable broadband, the power and control of Flow Evo TV, Cayman's best mobile experience, and tons of home phone minutes, all in one convenient package from only $199 a month. With 4 plans to choose from, you're sure to find one that fits your needs. It's value, ease, and convenience all on one bill with Cayman's #1 network. Find out why 4 are better than 1 with Flow Quad Play at discoverflow.ky. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning. Let's take a look at what's happening weather-wise. Current temperature is 76 degrees. Relative humidity is 82%. Barometric pressure 30.12 inches and rising. The wind is northeast at 15 knots. Overnight low temperature was 74 degrees. Synopsis indicate fresh to strong northeasterly winds and rough seas will continue across the Cayman area as a stationary front lingers southeast of the Cayman area and its associated high-pressure system builds over the eastern United States. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area moving towards the west-southwest. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today and tonight, calling for partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will be in the low 80s today and fall to the low 70s tonight. Winds will be east to northeast at 20 to 25 knots for today and tonight. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet, with some swells likely along the east coast for tonight and for today, east and north coast. A small craft warning remains in effect. High tide will be this afternoon at 12:47, low tide tonight at 7:51. The sun will set this evening at 6:11 and will rise tomorrow morning at 2 minutes after 7. And the outlook is calling for moderate winds and seas from Wednesday evening as the cold front lifts out of the Caribbean. Good morning once again, and let's take a look what's happening traffic-wise. Traffic is busy on Cool Road, and busy traffic coming from the east heading to Georgetown on Shamrock Road and also on the Linford Pearson Highway. Traffic flowing moderately on Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue from the West Bay four-way stop, light to moderate traffic flow. Traffic is moderate in front of the Ritz on the West Bay Road in both directions. And on 81st Street in front of the Georgetown Post Office, moderate flow of traffic. And traffic flowing pretty good on Shedden Road. And on Northstown Road, moderate flow of traffic. And traffic coming off Bobby Thompson Way is steady but flowing. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12. We'll update you traffic-wise. Have a good morning and look out for the vehicle in the back of you and in the front of you. Safe driving, Cayman Islands.
National Heroes Day is a time to celebrate our history, heritage, and be inspired for the future.
This year, we are honoring the people who pioneered the establishment of our first national symbol, the coat of arms, celebrating our journey to modern-day Cayman, and recognizing organizations who served our community for over 50 years.
The ceremony begins at 9 a.m. on National Heroes Day, Monday, January 28th, at Hero Square in Georgetown, with live entertainment and refreshments following the celebrations.
For more information, contact National Events at gov.ky or call 244-3612.
This National Heroes Day, Monday, January 28th.
Show your national pride
and celebrate Cayman
as we pay tribute to our national heroes.
The 45th Fidelity Cross Island Relay is taking place on February 3rd. As Radio Cayman's Dion England reports, proceeds from the event will go to the Special Olympics Cayman Islands.
The relay will be a team event with 6 runners each required to run a 4-mile leg. Organizers say the race will start at 6 a.m. at Gun Bay in East End. Trophies will be awarded to the first 5 teams in the open division, the first 3 teams in the ladies only division, and the first 3 teams in the corporate division, where all 6 runners must work at the same company. A mandatory packet pickup as well as late registration will be on Saturday, February 2nd from noon to 4 p.m. at Cayman Bay near the observation tower. A representative from each team must come to the packet pickup to collect the race numbers, which must then be distributed to each team member. There will be no packet pickup or number collection on race day. Full race details will be provided in the race packet or can be viewed on the Cayman Hash House Harriers website at www.caymanhash.com. Teams wishing to pre-register can do so at www.caymanactive.com/registrations. Reporting for Radio Cayman Sports, I'm Dion Anglin.
And in international sports, there's a, quote, genuine concern. Premier League footballer Emiliano Sala was on a light aircraft which disappeared between France and Cardiff. It's feared that the Argentine striker was one of 2 people on board the plane which went missing in the Channel Islands on Monday night. Cardiff City, which signed the 28-year-old for £15 million from a French club on Saturday, says it was, quote, seeking clarification as to what happened. Guernsey police said, quote, no trace of the missing aircraft has been found.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz as we continue right here on Radio Cayman, that is proudly sponsored by GreenTurtle.ky and Cayman Medical Supplies. In this segment, we put the spotlight on Art Nest Creative Studio. I have joining me in studio Miss Christina Pineda, and she's also brought along with her this morning Miss Jasmine Sumaru, studio manager, here to tell us more. Ladies, Happy New Year and welcome.
Thank you for having us. Happy New Year. Good to be back on.
Of course, because I'm quite sure a lot have changed since the last time we spoke. As you continue to grow and people embrace this space to just release their creative side and much more, I'm quite sure. But for those who may just be hearing about this space, Art Nest Creative Studio, tell us exactly, what is Art's Nest Creative Studio?
Okay, well, it's like you said, a place where you can come and explore all different types of creativity, from painting to sewing to even baking classes to plant making. Like, it's just the list is endless. We encourage craftspeople and artists to bring their art there to sell as well. We really wanted to become a hub for the creative community, and it's happening. And it's only been 2 years, and we've doubled in space from
Excellent.
year 1 to year 2. So we're excited.
Now, it's funny how in the beginning you were a little nervous. Not sure, creative juices. I remember quite well. And you're like, what was that? Now we remembered, you're stuck in traffic, happy hour, just pull in. Those days you were over in Pasadora Place.
Correct.
But since then, you have grown so much that you all have been blessed. And now you've recently relocated to 131 Center. Mm-hmm. That's in the old Woods Furniture building.
That's right. And if you guys remember how big that space is, it's huge. And when we first moved in, we thought, how are we going to fill this space? I don't know why we were worried. We're bursting at the seams again because we partnered with some really good members. So we still have our membership intact. It's just taken a different form now.
Excellent.
So we have Spark Music School with us. We also have Saucha Conscious Cafe with us. And we have artisans like Jasmine, who also has her own business. You can actually run your business from Art Nest.
Excellent. Now, how can persons become members of Art Nest Creative Studio?
Well,
to become a member of Art Nest, you can basically rent a space from us. So I have we call it an art pod at Art Nest. So I use that space to create jewelry. I make stuffies, which are stuffed animals. I do a lot of creative things from Art Nest. I also have some events on their calendar. So pretty much when you're a member, you kind of...
you have a lot of access.
Yeah, exactly. You have a lot of access to the creative community and to, creative opportunities as well.
Now, share with us the different types of art forms and range of arts that make up membership of the Art Nest Creative Studio.
Okay, so we have, like I was mentioning, we do a lot of painting classes. So we do the paint and sip classes in the evenings. We do clay and pottery. We do have our own grab and glaze. So you can come and find a piece of pottery you like and just paint it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to actually make it. We have bullet journaling. We have financial workshops because, as Susan was mentioning earlier, it's really important for artists to know how to manage their business because most creative types don't really have that kind of background and they don't really care about it.
No, they don't.
But it's
the
really
last thing on their mind, really.
Right, exactly. So it's super important for them to know both sides of the business, the creative and the financial aspect. And as you can see from our calendar here, it just goes on and on. We have started a girls' night out, and then we started a guys' night out with dominoes. We have Mr. John Broad coming in to do master classes, and we have other well-known artists from the community coming in to do master classes. So I'm really excited about everything that's happening.
And your entire month of January is filled.
Yes.
What's happening tonight?
Tonight we have a Technical Tuesday, which is we're starting a more technical class, because until now most of our classes are more social and they're fun and they come out with really good artwork, but they don't realize they're learning these technical skills. Tonight is a chance for them to actually actively work on their drawing skills. So that's what's happening tonight on Technical Tuesday.
And Wednesday? Hump Day Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday we have our plant party with Blair Ebanks from Plant Based Studio. So I brought her in, and she's now teaching classes on how to make terrariums and little things that actually will stay alive. Even if you don't have a green thumb, she will teach you how to have one. So it's very creative as well.
Well, I need that, because the only thing works for me is plantain and banana suckers.
You can't kill them.
No.
Yeah, so that's been a real good addition to our calendar. We have a couple plant parties every month with different types of plants and various things. And then, we have on Thursday a heavy body mahi-mahi painting for the guys who like to fish, or even just the ladies. And then this Saturday is our guys' night out, the domino tournament. So
what about girls that likes to play dominoes?
They can come too.
I like to play dominoes with somebody who's good at reading, and I don't. I just match whatever's on the table, and you confuse them totally.
You confuse them because they think, she's strategic. And you're like, no.
Not a thing, no clue.
Matching numbers.
Now, is it required for persons to become a member? Because I understand that there are various workshops. So for a person to participate in these workshops, do you have to be a member?
Absolutely not. Anybody from the public can just rock up, come to the class. And the beauty of it is if you do 4 classes, your 5th one is free. So we give a loyalty card for people who come often. And actually, a lot of people have been getting free classes because they keep coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you see this? I asked this at the very beginning. And I have to ask it now that you have such a huge space. As it evolves, where do you see yourselves, or this whole space, let's say even in the next year?
I have every year I do a strategic planning session with myself and my team, and I think the 5 to 10 year goal is definitely to have some sort of art academy that's accredited by a university. We would love to see that there are other careers out there. It's not just finance and accounting and law. I mean, those are fantastic, but we have a lot of that.
They all have their place.
Exactly. And I think Caymanians are inherently creative. We're industrious people. We did everything from scratch back in the day, and I think we're going back to our roots now and realizing, this can be a viable career. So I'm hoping to eventually we're going to have an art academy, like I said, university accredited, maybe even a school, as well as some art therapy. So we have long range plans for this, and I think it's starting with the fun stuff to get everybody kind of used to
understanding,
the idea, and then to the point where it's like, okay, this can be bigger. This is bigger than we even understand right now. So it's very exciting.
What would you say are the workshops that are always in high demand at ArtsNet?
Fluid art, for sure.
Yes.
The flow art are very, very popular. So flow art is basically where we take paint, we make it liquid, and we strategically pour it on the canvas to make abstract art. So it's very, very popular. It's all the rage on the internet, all over Instagram. Yeah, that's one of our most popular ones. And
I would say canvas and cocktails also is very popular. Just the regular. When I start to think, the fad's gonna, go away soon, it keeps going.
Yes.
Just basically our 2.5 hour class where you can come, you can sip on wine, you can, bring your own things, and then just paint a piece that you're proud to take home. Yeah, those are our 2 most popular. I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you all have any events that are geared to children?
Absolutely. So we also have a family paint day at least once a month. We have after-school art clubs on Tuesday and Wednesday. We also have camps. Every time a school is out, we have a camp.
Okay.
And they're very popular, and they sell out very quickly. And we're getting into more and more kids things. So I know I'm missing a bunch. We're always doing things for kids.
Yeah, we do toddler art. We have workshops for them as well, like the flip octopus we have. It's a plushie that we're going to make. It's kind of geared towards families, so the parents can come with the children and they can work together to make this project.
We have a lot more. And then there was something else I was just going to say.
They can even do ceramics.
That's what I was going to say.
ceramics are very, very popular for the kids. They'll just come and, kind of do a Bob Ross on a plate or a cup, and they really do enjoy it.
Yeah, the grab-and-go pottery is very popular as well.
Now, looking at cost, how important is it in keeping these events cost-effective?
I think it's vital because people, they do have disposable income, but they want to make sure they're getting the most bang for their buck. And I think what we offer with the 4 classes and you get the 5th one free, people really like that because they would come every day if they could, if their budget would allow.
Right.
So it's really important to keep it at a price point where art can be accessible to everyone, because previously art is for the fine art snobs and you don't have access to this. So we're really trying to make it fun but still accessible to the regular average person.
Right. And for those who don't have that artistic side, what would you say to those? I'm saying that, but it's almost in the form of a question because you would be amazed what comes out. I follow your page on Facebook and I'm seeing people so proud of their pieces. And I'm like, they got assistance with that. I didn't know she could do that. I didn't know he could do that. And they find this God-given talent that your space just creates that ability for them to transcribe that, then transfer that talent on canvas.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So we tell them by the time you leave, you're going to have canvas confidence. You're going to come in and you're going to be all shy. But by the time you leave, you're going to be like, I can't believe I did this. And actually, they do it without assistance a lot of times because we coach them through it. And they come in, they go, I can't draw a stick man. I said, well, lucky for you, we're not doing stick men today. And if we, step by step, we take them through this process and they end up with a piece. They then understand, okay, it's a process. I don't have to make this up on my own. I don't have to figure it out.
Right.
That's how they're ending up with such good
So
pieces.
Don't overthink it.
Exactly.
Just let it flow.
And we're all creative. Everyone
in our own way. You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. It is proudly sponsored by greenturtle.ky and Cayman Medical Supplies as we keep the spotlight on Art Nest Creative Studio in their new home. That's the 131 Center. That's the old wood furniture building out there by the airport post office. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about branding, the importance, partnering with other companies, and we'll delve into Christina and Miss Jasmine a little bit to hear about their creative side, because I know Miss Christina is a founder of this studio. Here we are, it's just growing pretty much on a daily basis. Yeah, did she ever see it coming? No, she didn't. But we'll get her view on that when we come back.
You may have heard of them by now. greenturtle.ky, a one-stop shop for your mobile needs. Whether shopping for a new phone or topping up a loved one, it's time to hop aboard the Green Turtle Express. From 24-hour delivery in Grand Cayman to sending credit worldwide, greenturtle.ky is the future of mobile. Take a ride on the Green Turtle Express today. greenturtle.ky. They get there first.
For years, we have been promised prosperity on the heels of rapid development.
However, last year, over 2,000 Caymanian families required the services of the Needs Assessment Unit.
Now, we are faced with the largest capital project in our history.
At the risk of destroying what attracts people to our shores.
The government's Destination Performance Report states that annually
1.8 million cruise visitors contributed $154 million in revenue.
Whereas 450,000 stayover visitors contribute $497 million.
$497 million.
It is time for a national development plan.
It is time for a national development plan.
And better decision making.
That takes into account our human, financial, and ecological resources.
Where we will no longer be driven like a boat without a rudder.
We don't need handouts from cruise lines.
Get your answers.
Sign the petition. Sign the petition. Support the referendum.
Support the referendum.
Support the referendum.
And let's build our future together.
Together.
If your 2019 resolutions include clear and healthy skin, then ask the pharmacist at Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor about Proactive and X-Out skincare products. Get your best blemish-free skin ever with dermatologist-developed Proactive. X-Out is a revolutionary doctor-developed acne treatment designed just for teens. This one-step face cleanser works 3 ways to clear up acne. Ask the pharmacist at the Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor for advice on Proactive and X-Out. 2019 will be your year of clear and healthy skin. Healthcare Pharmacy, Grand Harbor.
Thursday at 7 p.m., you can hear a repeat broadcast of CI Retro Talk Today's Heroes Day Celebrate Cayman special program presentation brought to you by Hell Service Station, Hell Road in West Bay. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Now that calls for a celebration. Hell Service Station, where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. Visit Hell Service Station for all of your car care products.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, keeping the spotlight on ArtNest Creative Studio, connecting you to your creativity. Founded by artist-writer Christina Pineda, ArtNest Creative Studio is located 131 Center. That's the old Woods Furniture building in the Airport Park area. They're the largest integrated art studio in the Cayman Islands, offering shared workspace for artists and entrepreneurs, events and workshops, paint and sip classes, pottery making and painting studio, co-working solutions, and much, much more. ArtNest Studios is 6,125 square feet, and where it's located in central Georgetown, you can stop in there on your way home. It is a pleasure to have joining me in studio Miss Christina Pineda, and she's also brought along with her studio manager, Miss Jasmine Sumuru, to talk more about this month's events, letting us know all of the happenings that are going on at ArtNest Studio. Christina, as a founder of this space, how does it make you feel when you look at how much joy you have actually brought to persons and how you inspire them by, your own vision, your own dream in creating a space such as this?
Oh, you're going to make me cry. It really does bless me because I see how people who have not been connected with their creativity for so long, they've kind of put it to one side and then they step back into it. And I see kind of like new life come to them. Mm-hmm. And I see that they just discover this side of themselves they did not know existed. And more recently, we've been doing this with the elderly community in the Cayman Islands, throughout all the islands, Cayman Brac and Grand Cayman. And it's just been amazing. That's the greatest joy, to see them happy for even just a small portion of their day, where they don't have someone telling them what to do or someone telling them, it's kind of amazing just to see that they are allowed to be creative in the last days of their lives,
Now, you mentioned the BRAC, and I think you recently went over there.
Yes.
Can you tell us how that went?
Yeah, so we've been doing a couple events over there based on Department of Children and Family Services. They've sponsored us to go in and do elderly senior art, and then we've also taken that opportunity. So we go and do elderly art in the morning, and then we go and do community art with the rest of the community in the evening. So we did a paint and pottery class over there, and they are amazing.
Yes.
The pieces that came back, Jasmine was like, what is going on in the BRAC? Because we know creativity
they were so
over
good.
there.
I was shocked, and I said, did you help them? And she's like, no, I didn't help them.
Come a little closer to the mic, please.
Yeah, yes. I asked her if she helped them, and she's like, no, I didn't help them. They were so good. I was so impressed.
And it was the first time they'd painted pottery in their lives.
Really? Yeah, and that's why I was shocked, because she had told me that, and I was like, wow. I was really wowed with them, and their creativity is off the
chain.
Yeah,
off the chain.
It is. And I always think, maybe because they're a smaller island and they have, a little bit less distractions, they have time to focus on some of their more creative.
Everything is better in the BRAC. You get off the flight. Everything is better in the BRAC. So of course you're going to see the better work coming out of the BRAC.
It was stunning. It was stunning work. It stunned her, and she's not stunnable. Yeah.
Now, if a company would, let's talk about companies and partnering. Mm-hmm. How closely does ArtNest work with other companies and businesses?
We actually, our whole basis thrives on collaboration. And we believe in that mantra that says collaboration over competition, because together we're stronger than we could be apart. And because of that, we have two very large businesses now residing under the ArtNest umbrella or the studio. And that is Spark Performing Arts School with Janelle Tibbetts and Saucha's Conscious Cafe. So we actually have a full-blown cafe in the studio because I wanted it to be a one-stop shop.
Right.
I wanted you to be able to come, have your coffee in the morning, have your lunch in the midday, and even have a snack in the afternoon. And we also have a wine bar there as well. So we've got a liquor license now. So it's this one place, so it can be family friendly on one side,
right?
But also then an adult entertainment space in a classy environment.
Excellent. And cute to tell, you can have the next Picasso piece after a nice glass of wine.
Yeah.
Right, Susan? Now let's talk about companies who would like logos, business cards. Do you all assist persons in just getting those creative juices flowing for that purpose?
Yes, we do. And we work with a network of graphic designers and small freelancers that otherwise would have to go and look for work on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So any work we get referred into us, we refer it to this network, and then they decide how to divvy up the work. So it's really cool how we're networking with other freelancers.
Now, Ms. Christina, you specialize in jewelry making, or there's much more we need to know about Jasmine, sorry. Do you specialize with jewelry making, or are there other things that you do as well?
Yes, I do. Jewelry making is the main thing I do. I do stuffed animals as well. That's like the second thing I do. They're very, very popular, I'd like to say. I do a lot of sterling silver jewelry, a lot of gold filled. I've kind of come away from doing the plated jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of wire wrapping. We had, for example, a pearl stringing workshop where we learned to string freshwater pearls with silk thread. Went very well. And
how can persons purchase your jewelry, your pieces?
Okay, I'm actually in quite a few places around the island. You can check us at Art Nest Creative Studio. That's my largest selection of pieces. I'm also at Pure Art, the National Trust, Books and Books in Camana Bay. So I'm in a few different places. So, yeah, people could stop there and just ask for my stuff, and they can show you where it's at.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And, Christina, what have you been up to besides just pushing and making this whole space bigger to be embraced by many? Have you had the opportunity to actually just to get some work in yourself? Any pieces, art pieces?
That's my goal
writing.
for this year. I actually sold a few pieces at the Ritz-Carlton Gallery, which I was very happy about. I managed to squeak out a few pieces last year, but this year I want to be so much more prolific and just actually get back in the saddle. And actually, I think it's important to actually have my own practice, my own art practice, and start developing that like crazy, because the ideas don't stop coming. And when they don't, they torture you until they get out of you, right? So I think, this year is my year. I'm going to be prolific, and I have a few pieces up in the studio now, but we're going to make that also more comprehensive and invite other artists in. So yes, the answer is I've sold a lot, but I need to make so much more because it's just sitting there in my mind.
I know. You got to let it out, girl.
Yeah.
For the sake of our listening audience, can you just give us a recap of the calendar events for this month and maybe a snippet of what you foresee for February? No pressure at all.
Yep. Sure. So this month we have at least 10 paint and sip classes. So we call them Canvas and Cocktails. We have one Canvas and Mocktails, which is the Family Paint Day, which just happened on last Sunday. We have a lot of craft classes as well with Jasmine. One was a sea glass assemblage frame yesterday. And then we have 2 plant parties still coming up on Wednesday, this Wednesday and next Wednesday. We have a master class with John Broad next Wednesday. We have a guys' night out this Saturday. They can come and play dominoes and enter into a tournament to win prizes such as restaurant vouchers, etc. We have a baking club. So every month we have one baking club class, which you learn a different technique in baking. We have couples classes where couples, you can do it if you're single too, it doesn't matter. But couples come and they paint one canvas each. That when you put them together, they make one painting.
Nice.
So it's kind of a cool thing. And we have a technical Tuesday happening today as well, where people will learn very, very technical skills of drawing. And in February, we're excited because we're going to have an event called Brunch and Brushes. So you can come and have brunch as well as paint a piece of pottery for Valentine's Day. So it's all very exciting for February.
Excellent. The month of love.
Exactly.
It should be every day.
Right.
But focused in on February. Now let's talk about protecting artists' work, the copyrights. How do you assist? Do you provide workshops? Can you give people access to getting proper information on making sure their work is protected?
Yes. So there are several attorneys that work in the intellectual property market, and they've been working with a national gallery, and we've contacted them as well to come and do workshops. But in my previous life, I was also a lawyer. So I know it's like a little bit crazy. My best subject was intellectual property. And I think what people need to know from the outset is the minute you create a work, it is automatically copywritten. So the minute somebody tries to copy that, that's when you get in trouble, because you don't have to register that. It has an inherent copyright that and the minute you produce it, it becomes copywritten. But I think we're going to be doing more workshops like that to help artists understand that and help them to feel a little bit more secure that they do have recourse if it doesn't have to be registered in order to for you to have recourse. So.
What other ideas would you actually see you utilizing that space for? Understanding that you're constantly at work trying to find creative ideas and keeping the space relevant.
So there are a lot of events happening there, workshops, but we have birthday parties are another big hit on the weekend. Every Sunday we have birthday parties, and last Sunday we had 5 events. I couldn't even believe it. We have a sewing Sundays, then we had 2 birthday parties, then we had the family paint day, then we have the Glaze Cafe. So it's constantly being used. We're doing something with Big Brother, Big Sister coming up next week. In February, and it's going to be fantastic. So it can be used for the community, but it can also be used for private events
as well.
Yes.
How can persons get additional information about your space and upcoming events?
The best place to look is our website, www.artnestkman.com. That has everything, and people seem to kind of miss that, and they're writing us on Facebook, and we can't always get to the Facebook questions. So if you ever need anything, just think of artnestkman.com, or even just Google us. You'll find us, Artnestkman.
Now, if an organization would like to secure, let's say, a space at Artnest for an upcoming creative function, can you accommodate that as well?
Yeah, so this is Jasmine's favorite. The corporate companies have been calling us to book creative events for their team socials, etc. And they're fantastic because you get to leave work and come to a creative space and kind of let your hair down and have fun. So those are also another popular thing. I'm so glad you brought it up. So you just need to email events@artnestkman.com or call 949-0107, and we will book you in for a creative session with your team.
Okay. What would each of you like to leave with our listening audience this morning? Jasmine? No.
What would I like to leave with our listening artists this morning? Well, for me, I know Art Nest is really a place where I've grown so much. I started basically making bracelets, just making chainmail, and now I'm doing so much other things, getting into silversmithing. For example, the kimono I'm wearing right now, I made it in the last class we had on Sunday.
Oh, really?
So we're branching out and doing a lot of different things for the community, trying to get everybody's creative juices flowing truly. And I guess I want to leave with everybody today. Please, if you're a creative, definitely come to Art Nest, even if it's just for 5 minutes to check us out. We promise you'll be impressed.
Or if you've lost your creativity spark, just find it right there at Art Nest.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
GPS for creativity.
Even if you haven't for a while, if you come into our space, it's such a creative space. It really will get your creativity pumping going.
Okay, Ms. Christina.
I think just that the therapeutic benefits of art, it's far cheaper than therapy. So come in and do some art and relax and just learn to enjoy life again through creating something, because we were all created, and I believe we were created to create. We like to emulate our creators. So I think it's a really cool thing to come and see that you do have these you do have these gifts. You just don't know it yet. So yeah, check us out. We're open for ideas as well. So we want to see more from artists. We want artists to contact us so we can do exhibits for them. We can make them more known. My job is to get artists working and get them in the public's eye. So yes.
Well, I know you're off to an excellent start, and from day one. And here you are again with the even bigger space, and that will continue to grow. We just are happy to be a part of your journey, to see you grow, and we're always happy to have you back on the show. Even Miss Jasmine, I can remember the first time you were here, and now to see you, that confidence exuding through you, and I've seen you grow as well. So we're so happy as a team here at Radio Cayman, and especially the Business Buzz, to help give you all this outlet and to also be a part of your journey. It is indeed our pleasure.
Thank you so much. We love being here.
To you, our listening audience, we want to thank you for your continued support, and to our proud sponsors, greenturtle.ky. Get your new phone at greenturtle.ky. No fuss, no stress at greenturtle.ky. Also brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211. To Susan, our producer of the show, thank you so much in securing our guests. It is a pleasure. I want to say big shout outs to my friend over there. You know where I'm talking. That's right, Pioneer Bakery in Cayman Brac. The team, the friends over there, have a fabulous morning. Until Thursday, have a safe and fabulous Tuesday.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
From district to district, moving through the waters to Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Your station, your voice. All things Cayman. One radio, many people. This is home.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.